a certain group of people, they have been peddling lies. These people are probably, they are on the payroll of Judy Austin. She gives them a little bit of money here and there to peddle lies here and there. I don't know if Edochie thinks that social media can help him. I don't know. I'm sure that Edochie should have been advised by his mom that this has your case is in the court. So yes, social media can be used as a tool to gather evidence against you, and you have provided a lot of it. Aside from that, I don't think Edochie can use social media to his own benefit. On this one, no, not at all. Unless Edochie wants to repair his image. We're going to go into the update from the legal team of Mary Aligwe Edochie. We will be going into the update of that. Because there are talks about the legal team of May giving updates to bloggers, and certain bloggers are trying to manipulate some of these stories to kind of paint May in a bad light, and also to sort of give Edochie and Judy Austin credibility. Maybe they want to get some contracts, or they are hoping that a brand, a particular product, will call them in to be brand ambassadors. Maybe that's what they are working towards. I don't know. But as it is right now, we all need to know that social media cannot help Edochie until Edochie retraces his steps back and go for a retreat. Afterwards, reinvent himself, become a reborn, and maybe, before we proceed into what the legal team said, if you're just coming across this platform, please tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you. The least that you can do is to tap on the like and share. This will help YouTube algorithm know that you visited, that you are here. Very important. A special prayers to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon and the dollar sign in the middle of it. May God Almighty replenish your pockets. In the past 3 days, our office has been inundated with many messages and calls from bloggers and others for an update on the case of May Edochie and Edochie. As it has always been our practice, we have carefully avoided responding to these messages and calls for a number of reasons. First, we don't want to be misquoted or misunderstood. Second, from the beginning, we have always known that social media is not the right place to ventilate a family dispute of this nature. Thirdly, we are all under the injunction of the court, restraining all parties from using social media to advance their side of the case. Hence, we have never shared any information privately with any person or blogger concerning this case. Like I told you at the beginning, there are talks from certain people, the Judy Austin and Edochie's camp. They are claiming that yes, they got all this information from Mary's legal team. However, given the persistent calls, especially in the past 3 days, we would like to make the following statement in order to hopefully stop or decrease the deluge of requests for information. The case came up for a scheduled hearing on Friday, 28th June 2024. The court again admonished the parties to desist from commenting on the case on social media. All sides are bound by this instruction. In fairness to the court, this was not the first time the court would advise the parties to avoid every improper or inappropriate use of the media to advance their case. And even before the court's admonition, Queen May and her representatives had adopted the court's position as a matter of basic common sense. Hence, we were not the ones who hired Sarah Martins to tarnish anyone. We were not the ones who started spreading false rumors about cosmetic surgery. We were not the ones who started demanding the return of bride price on social media. We were not the ones who started asking for a change of name on social media. We were not the ones who started making skits aimed at shaming and blackmailing the other side. We were not the ones who started giving podcast interviews to embarrass the other side. All along, we have shown restraint because we represent a woman who is an embodiment of grace and class and integrity and virtue. We are proud to say that we represent a woman who has been with only one man in her entire life, and that was the man she married. You can understand how offensive it would be for anyone to spread false rumors against such a woman. Though we preferred to remain silent and restrained, it is the reality of basic human condition that if someone were to spread lies persistently and with intention to damage an innocent woman that we represent, we would have no other choice than to respond with truth. That was what we did, but we did it most reluctantly and carefully and still with such restraint. Now that the court has again admonished the parties and their agents to avoid social media, we are happy and hopeful that there will be no more skits aimed at insulting our client. There will be no podcast interviews aimed at embarrassing our client. There will be no more shenanigans. Our goal, and I believe the goal of the court as well, is to bring this legal dispute to closure as quickly as possible so that this family can move on with their lives and heal as they adjust to the new realities. We urge all of you, therefore, to be considerate and to always understand that these are human beings and no one would like the kind of frenetic or intrusive curiosity into their private affairs. It is not a defense, really, that one of them brought the matter to the public domain. You don't gaze at a person just because he dropped his pants by himself. Decency and decorum require you to look away and not blame your inappropriate curiosity on the recklessness of the subject of your curiosity. At this moment, we hope that Mr. Edochie has finally understood the need to keep his family matters and marriage as far away as possible from the public glare. And if so, the world should respect them and leave them alone and allow the court to do its work. We are confident that justice will be done in the end. Thank you. Now, it is clear, and in fact, it is clearer that Edochie is the one that brought this upon himself. I'm not talking about the polygamy now. I'm talking about the public display of foolishness. That's what I'm talking about. Edochie is the one. He did all of this foolishness. He's the one that brought shenanigan into this stupid reality of this. He's the one that created it himself. He brought it to the public domain. He did it himself without decency, without decorum. He did it recklessly. He kept on and on pressing and pushing on this subject matter. He kept on and on about it. In fact, it got to a point he started advertising his own service and that of Judy Austin, telling us the beauty of polygamy, telling us how polygamy has helped May realize her potential, telling us how we should all embrace the idea of polygamy, talking and ranting, and we all listen to him. So we try to dig deep into what Edochie is saying. And we also heard from him this useless, foolish request. He said that we should contribute money to help him achieve his own dreams, vision. He wants to be president of Nigeria, but he wants to start as governor of his own state. How are we going to help you achieve this, Edochie, if you decided upon yourself to make yourself this foolish? So it means if Edochie becomes president or governor of his state, Edochie will terrorize all the women. He will have all of them. This time around, Edochie will have 100 women. In fact, that Solomon that he said he wants to be, he will do it with public funds. He wants to advance his own dream and vision with our donation. Edochie, it's unfortunate you brought all of this to the public domain. I am very sure that Edochie will not listen to what the court advised, that they should take away their private matters, family issues off social media. Edochie will not do that, not at all. I am very sure that Edochie will continuously do what he wants to do. Edochie will do what you wants to do. For sure. I know for certain that this is what Edochie is going to do. He's going to throw caution away. He's only going to embrace his foolishness. That I'm very sure of. His private affairs will be out there in the public, and yet he will blame the public for being curious. Now, talking about curiosity, indirectly, Mary's legal team is making it clear to us that Edochie is not in control of his senses. And he gave an example of a man or a person who decided in the view of the public to drop his pants. Are you to look and keep looking, or look away, knowing fully that this individual has some problems or something not right? Well, in the case of Edochie, it is impossible for us to look away. We cannot look away. No, not at all. Why? Because it must serve as a lesson to us and to other people.